for 3 days. They produce 800 cars per day in one plant of India. So how many tires they can keep? They should keep tires for 15 days. So that is not physically or something that is possible. So that is stopped. So that will not happen. But in 1975, Tata Motors also used to have the inventory for 3 months, 2 months, this, that kind of thing. But today, of course, it will, somebody, tire manufacturer will store it in Vishrantwadi or Anandi or Bosri or some place, right? 800 into 4 tires will come to 2200, right? Nothing more. Nothing more. Right? So similarly, that your casting fellow, your supplier, all will tell that, "Arey, press ka item hai, die ka item hai." You take all in one lot. Take for your whole year requirement. So the purchase fellow has to be very effective. He can place the order for the whole year and give the schedule, and at least should say that after 3 months I will reconfirm the schedule, so that the supplier has enough of inputs to plan. At the same time, supplier is also aware that it can be uncertain and it needs reconfirmation after 3 months for the schedule. But what he has is the 3 months fixed schedule. So there you are committed. In 3 months you are going to buy 100. Right. Means even if you don't sell, that's to be there. But at least for 3 months you must be knowing what you do. If you don't know anything that you are going to do, then you cannot have the inventory turns low. So I am saying 3 months because the company can have challenges. Company has huge range like half inch to 24 inch, then various material of construction and such variables. So it can have the inventory up to 3 months, and that too because it wants to respond to the market that delivery is fast, because somebody else will otherwise deliver faster. So that's why I said 4. But ideally a wall company would say nothing less than 6. That 2 months inventory. Now what is inventory?
Raw materials.
Not only raw materials. Raw materials and finished. And when you solve, how do you calculate the tons? Don't you calculate if this turnover, selling price, that your inventory is 3 crore and your turnover is 12 crore. So 12 crores may be your turnover, but you must take the cost of goods sold, which may be 9 crores or 10 crores. You should not compare your inventory with selling price. Inventory should be compared with the cost of goods sold, so that you really get the picture. Otherwise, the sales fellow who has sold at fabulous prices all the product, he will be deprived of it, and you will unnecessarily get it. That what normally we sell for 100 rupees, he has sold for 400 rupees. The turnover has gone up, and you say, "Oh, our inventory is fine," because you are getting the advantage of that good price. But that is not that should not be the case. So total cost of total goods sold divided by total inventory, you will get inventory turn. It should be at least for optimum inventory to satisfy the customer, but avoid complacency. That is what I have said. That if you don't know anything, please go to your boss. Ask this: how do I place the purchase order? How do I procure? How do I do this? So that inventory, because once it is inside, the suppliers will tell you that he has produced something. He will say, as it is you pay in 60 days. आप भी किधर जल्दी देते हो पेमेंट? ये टाइप 90 दिन ले लेना, लेकिन ये माल उठा लो सर. He can say, he can induce you, but never go. So if you follow the basics, then the things don't go wrong. So optimum inventory to satisfy customer need, but there should not be complacency as well as obsolescence. If you are not able to use the material for 1 year, okay, the guidelines, the auditors and such things, they will allow you for 3 years. But that is not true. What is true is that if you are not using something for 1 year, provide for it. Means declare that inventory as obsolete. That if somebody says that I am going to use it only in the 13th month, so don't consider that, if you have not been able to use it for 12 months, you may as well be more likely that you will not use it for, to provide for it. So 12 months, the same thing with data, that if you are not collecting for 12 months, you have to forget about it. At least on your paper, you may continue to try to get it and all that. But on paper, you must provide. So what is it? It is dead loss. Entire money is gone. Similarly, the excess obsolete inventory is your total loss in profit. Lead time. Now this is the most creative part of the lead time, which you may not be very conversant, or at least the finance of things, that lead time is the number of days between receipt and dispatch of order. Right? But what you can do with the lead time is that if this is where the creative thinking comes in, that if you have a lot of thinking power, then you can do something. Normally people will say that no, lot of castings have come, they are awaiting machining, so this way. So everything has to take the natural time. But the innovative person, the innovative manufacturing engineer, he will think that if you can't get this done here, can I get it done outside? Can I get it done somewhere else? So that I am able to reduce the lead time. So always you will find that the good manufacturing people, they have flexible capacity. So they create such a flexible capacity outside with the subcontract that I can't do it here, let me get it machined from home. Now normally as a manufacturer my cost will be more and subcontractors' costs are likely to be lower. So I gain both ways. Okay, there are certain challenges about the quality. There can be certain challenges that the function is little less controlled and all that. But I am getting slightly delayed.
मुझे क्या देख रहे हैं
Huh?
मुझे क्या देख रहे हैं
So, the information system, like, okay, I am not talking about the ERP here, but information system within the company should be fast enough or so much proper that it should be avoiding the repetitive tasks or repetitive that suppose you receive an order, you make an order acceptance. Now once this order acceptance is made in the once this order acceptance is made, it should serve the purpose for manufacturing, for stores, for various departments, including the final invoice. So final invoice fellow also doesn't have to retype the invoice. He has the OA, order acceptance, and from that order acceptance, he has to just keep few things, add sales price, add excise duty, add sales tax, and the invoice is ready. So, lead time can be continuously reduced by innovative thinking, making more and more changes within your layout, by observing, by walking the path of the product, how the product is flowing, how the material is flowing, and then where it is getting accumulated, where are the bottlenecks, where the bottlenecks need to be removed. All these things are possible if you are really sincere or more creative. That if you consider it as just as a routine activity, then the things will not improve. But if you are willing to see that every time I walk the floor of my product assembly, I learn something more. Then yes, because you will find that many of the activities that are done on the shop floor or in the office are unnecessary. They don't add value, but that is a separate topic. They don't add value. If they don't add value, Customer doesn't need it, and that is an unnecessary overhead on you. And you will discover more and more of these things. As and when you walk the floor, you think about it, you will discover. If you don't think, you will think, "Oh, everything is fine." I say okay. But the moment you start applying, then you will know that why you ask him couple of times or 10 times, and you will know the most difficult parameter to measure is quality. Because it is very subjective, and people understand quality as whatever customer has rejected, that is the say bad quality. So rejection from customer, that is only one part. It has to be combined with raw material rejection, process rejection, testing rejection, and customer. Now, out of these rejections, which is the worst? The answer is very obvious, but I am just asking. Obviously, customer return. Why customer? Because you have not only bought the raw material, but you have processed it entirely. You didn't discover any mistake. You sent it to the customer. Customer used it, and customer found that it failed. So you lost your name, you lost your reputation, you lost your money, and everything. So this is the worst. So if you diagnose the rejection at testing, again you have added some value. If you diagnose at the assembly, then again you have added some value. So best rejection would be raw material rejection. That it has come from the supplier, you have discovered, and you have returned. First of all, it should not happen at that point, because it disturbs your entire plan. That you have planned everything, that it will come today, it will be accepted and all that. And now that it has been rejected, what do you do? Your plan will get postponed. So that is creating a disturbance. So there is no rejection. That is really good. But at least you can classify it in the order of priority. Well, this is the worst. It will also be affected by गलत ड्राइंग बनाया, गलत स्पेसिफिकेशंस कर दिया, परचेज ऑर्डर में गलत लिख दिया, और कस्टमर has written wrongly in the purchase order, but you cannot really dispute. You should have diagnosed it, or you should have discovered it immediately. And of course, these aesthetic aspects of finish, this, that, those kind of things are on-time delivery. One of the easiest things to measure. That you have promised that delivery is in 2 weeks. Whether order date, dispatch date, 2 weeks, everybody can measure and it can be understood very well. So it is very sensitive. It is most sensitive from the customer's point of view. From the customer's point of view, very easy to measure. Most debated issue between sales and manufacturing. That whenever we commit something, we don't get the. But so what is operation? What does this operation excellence means? That when you call that the factory or this particular operation of XYZ company is excellent, you call it excellent where it is making good operating profit. Because unless you have a very, if it's something very unique product which you can sell at any price, but if you consider all, there is nothing unique. It's very competitive. Everybody, a lot of people make it. So, if the operating profit is good, if it is growing every year, that means that company has control on its operation, including sales to the invoicing or dispatch. So, if you have the good, you can very easily say that our entire operation, all our people are good, efficient. We run this in a efficient. Our systems are good, our people are good, our suppliers are good, and our customers are also obviously good because they have paid in time. Not only given the order, but paid in time. Inventory turns indicate our efficiency, speed, flexibility. Similarly, measures our ability to meet customer commitments, that what we can promise to the customer. do we call it sacrosanct? Or if I have said that I will do it in 15 days, can I do it in 15 days? So if I do it in 15 days, then my ability to meet what the customer needs is good. So I can be happy. I can take maybe next time 14 days, 13 days, I can take that challenge. Lead time, indicator of ability to meet market expectation, that when you want to really grow, that 50 to 100, you want to grow in 3 years, then this kind of a theoretical or planning discussion happens within the company. This particular thing will come into picture. That are we creative enough? Do we have the flexible capacity in and around Pune so that if we get bulk orders, because unless you are sure that you are getting the orders, you are not going to invest something into the capital goods. You will wait that phenomena to happen. So till then, are you going to miss it? No. What you are going to do? You are going to make your operations flexible by using the sources or capacity, which I call as flexible capacity from outside. You are not neither committed to it, but you are utilized. You are utilized because it is ideal. It is available. So lead time and quality delivering product while reducing the total cost of quality. If you understand that where we are adding cost, if you reject it at the customer's level, better point out at earliest possible stage that this raw material is rejected, or this machine body is rejected, or these parts are rejected, rather than saying that I knew who aane wala tha, because how do we help? Because you added value, you got your name and so this is what I wanted to tell you, that in operational excellence, if you want to call a product engineering company excellent, if you ask for the operating profit and if you find that it is in, say, excess of 10%, then you can call that it's likely to be a very, very good company. The turnover is 100 crores, profit, operating profit is 10 crores. They know what they are doing. The team is good, you can say. And then from 10 to 10.5, 11, 12, there will be a particular percentage. So that is the time when you, and then when you really cross the turnover, then the things totally change. So this is what I wanted to tell you. I hope I have tried to make it as simple as possible. I'm saying that it is very simple. I didn't have to make it simple. Most of the things are simple if you really are disciplined and willing to understand it and not make it complicated. But generally the operations are easy. If you have any further questions, you have not much questions. I didn't expect much question because it is easy and the concepts are all, terms are known. But everything is that there is some fallacy in my thinking or writing. That is my
They don't allow you reliability center management in operational excellence. Can you just throw some light on that? Reliability centered management.
Reliability centered management means you go through the entire thing. Means I have not read the book what you are talking about or the subject in that particular fashion, but I can explain from the word reliability centered management. So if you have the management which is reliable right from the plan, like the business plan that we will execute, there is a realistic, it's a realistic plan. Then actions taken through the year to achieve 60 crore are proper in the sense they are being measured, they are based out. If you are achieving 60 crore and if you want to be reliable, what you do? You will do 5 crores per month, isn't it? Now 5 crores will not be exact. It will be 4 crores, 4.5 crores in 1 month, or 6 crores, 6.5 crores, 5.5 crores in 1 month. That can. But it is not going to be 1 crore only in 1 month and 9 crores in So it is not that kind of, then it is not together. Similarly, on each and every stage, whether it is prices, whether it is like prices, how much they can be given. They can be very